Happy Christmas.
Hello everyone, I am back and I am about ready to watch a movie and I need to put away my clean laundry. So right now we are on day 21 and it is winter solstice day, which I am deeply saddened because I am ready for the warmer weather and I dread tomorrow night because it is supposed to be in the single digits. I'm not happy about it, but you know, it's going to be cold. At least when you're cold, you can at least layer up. But when you're hot, there's not really much you can do. So honestly, I'd rather be cold than hot. So this movie I'm about to watch, it's called Class of 1999. And you guys know that I am a big Terminator fan. I only watch it just because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, let me let you in on a little secret. Terminator used to scare the living daylights out of me when I was younger. I don't know how to explain it, but I remember seeing bits and pieces of it when I was younger. I remember seeing the endoskeleton, and he was very terrifying, and I remember the I'll be back scene. And it's just the way he says it and the look on his face. You know, for a kid, that's oddly terrifying, but I watch it now, I see that part, I get excited. And I will tell you a funny story, probably later in this video or in the next video. I don't know, but it reminds me of a funny story I have to share you just because of this. Anyway, I decided that if I like Terminator, I would like this movie too. It's basically the same thing. And for the longest time, I thought Terminator was an android, but, you know, when I was getting into the series, he's a cyborg. I'm like, oh, what is a cyborg? And I Googled it and I figured out what it was. I'm like, oh yeah. So, anyway, I'll probably show you bits and pieces of this movie, but if you're scared of robots, I would not recommend it. And if you think it's scary, then you might want to fast forward through some parts. So, good morning everybody. Excuse my messy hair. I just got out of bed a little while ago, but right now I am drinking my coffee. It's just milk and sugar. We don't have any creamer, but you know what? It's better I'd rather drink this than black coffee. Spoon's getting in the way. The noise you hear, it's the wind. Yep, it's supposed to be really cold tonight and I'm dreading it. And I'm about to look at the weather and see what is going on. And then after I drink my coffee, I'm gonna hop in the shower because I didn't shower yesterday, but I did shower the day before. I have a rule. If I'm not gonna shower every day, I'm at least gonna do it every other day. And come to find out, I want to let you know, I will show you what I got for Christmas, but it'll probably be sometime in January, in a couple weeks, when this is over with, because honestly, after the whole Vlogmas thing, I'm going to take a break for a few days, and I'm going to enjoy it. But I do want to film New Year's Eve. I'm probably not going to go anywhere. See, that's the thing. I don't normally go out on New Year's Eve. I don't really go to nightclubs. I like going out every once in a while. But when it comes to like bars and nightclubs, I like to stay home where it's peaceful, where there's not so many people, you know? And that's where, and there's no drama at home. I wouldn't consider myself a homebody, but, you know, there's times where I like to go and times where I just want to stay home. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we're going to have Mexican food for Christmas, which I'm really excited about because I love Mexican food. And I was kind of hoping we would do like a Thanksgiving dinner, since we didn't do Thanksgiving, but I'm good with Mexican food. And I'm pretty sure we'll have Thanksgiving this new year, in the new year, yeah. I mean, it's gonna come and go whether if we want to or not. So, yeah. So, anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, check the weather, and I'll check in with you in a little while. Several hours later, I still have not put up my laundry. I need to get to it at some point. Anyway, let me tell you what happened. I didn't even pick up the camera until just now. And it's already starting to get dark. See, that's another thing with the winter solstice. It's barely 5 o'clock and it's already starting to get dark. And normally it gets dark at around 6. Well, it's almost 5. And today is the day we have lesser daylight than normal. And then come January and February, we're going to get more daylight. And then finally, we go ahead an hour. Now, again, I'm hoping next year they leave the time alone. They're saying that in 2023, they're going to stop changing the time, which I really, really, really hope that's the case, because I hate going back an hour. I like having more daylight during the day when we need it. Anyway, so I had a little bit of a minor issue earlier. It's not too bad. But sometimes when I take a shower, I shave my toes. Does anyone else do that? Well, when I was shaving my toes, I accidentally nicked the second toe on my left foot. And I freaked out a little bit because I was bleeding like crazy. Now I don't understand. How can you bleed so much after a teeny tiny cut? And the bigger cuts, you don't even bleed that much. I've had bigger cuts than that and didn't even bleed that much. I've had deeper cuts than that, didn't bleed that much. Yeah, so I had to wash the bathroom rugs and I had to wash my pajamas because I was trying to I was grabbing things to put pressure on it to stop from bleeding. Well, finally, it stopped bleeding after a while because I had to put a Band-Aid on it to see if it would help. And finally, it stopped bleeding. And then I put some Vicks on it and it should be gone by tomorrow. It's probably already healing up because it's kind of itching a little bit. I can tell. So it was kind of a bloody mess earlier. It looked like I was on the rag. I just didn't get it. And I'm starting to think if I didn't freak out as much, I probably would have bled less. I have no idea, but that's one question. How can one teeny tiny nick bleed so much? I've had scrapes that didn't bleed hardly at all. But a teeny tiny nick, you would think it wouldn't bleed at all, but it looked like a lot, even though it probably wasn't. But I finally got the bleeding to stop. But anyway, it's after 5 and the video's going to be up late again today. So better, like I said before, better late than never.